It is June 3rd, 2026, and the NFL season is just around the corner. That's right. That means fantasy drafts are starting. Well, mock drafts are starting. That's why we're doing a mock draft today, just to have fun, talk ADP. We'll have some news. I think a player got traded this week. I heard a player got traded this week. So we'll also talk about that said player that got traded to that said team this week. So without further ado, let's get the show started. Let's go, Justin.
You're watching Fantasy Now Plus.
Justin, fantasy football is in the air. I don't check my email, but I got an email from Mr. Scott Fish, and I am in my Scott Fish Bowl league today. I was the first to join. So it's football season.
I created your league today, actually. So it's great.
It's great. I'm on league Charizard. That's what I chose because he's the GOAT.
What's up, Jamie? What's up, Craig? Link to the mock draft is in the chat here if you want to join this mock draft before we get started.
If you want to be a part of something historic, like a mock draft in June, that's what we're doing. But we have news to get to. We have a player that was traded, and I think Justin has some stuff. Where did you want to start, sir?
Let's start with the news. AJ Brown is now a Patriot, which is what we expected for the last, forever now at this rate. So he is now a Patriot. He was traded yesterday. Not surprising for some draft picks. I mean, that's it. So Drake May, AJ Brown, now a thing, which means Mekhi Lemon is actually going to be a starter for the Philadelphia Eagles.
We assume so, yes. This is a big uptick for the New England Patriots offense. I don't think AJ Brown's stock rises as much as people think it will be. I think he stays about the same. He's going to level off with those amount of targets and target share. I don't really see an uptick of production from AJ Brown. This is just more stability move for Drake May and the Patriots organization. But on the other side of things, over in Philadelphia, you do lose that massive target. And whether you guys don't understand that if he was targeted like 2 times a game or 3 times a game, he was still impacting the game in a big way. And now they lose that big target. We're going to see if Devontae Smith can actually be the wide receiver 1, or if Lemon's going to be the 1, or what they're going to do over there in Philadelphia, because let's not get it twisted, people. AJ Brown's a big deal, and him being traded should be treated like a big deal. The last time he was traded, Treylon Burks was going to take over. Well, it never happened. And honestly, the Titans haven't recovered since. Honestly, if you think about it, the Titans haven't recovered since. I'm not saying this is going to happen in Philadelphia, but
I think Philadelphia has a little bit better of a offense than what the Tennessee Titans had. The other big trade yesterday was, obviously, this is more IDP focused, so this will be very short. We got the big trade: Jared Verse to the Browns for Myles Garrett to the Los Angeles Rams. So I don't know what the Rams are doing here, trading for Myles Garrett. Obviously, Jared Verse is a all-pro edge rusher. I don't know who this Myles Garrett guy is, but
cool trade. We don't care about IDP here on this Wednesday show.
So, Josh, I have a couple of segments here for you. First one is going to be a keep, trade, cut. So I'm going to give you 3 players. If you have never done a keep, trade, cut, I'm giving you 3 players. You have to decide in Dynasty, not super flex, which player you're going to keep, which player you're going to trade, and which player you would rather cut. And this is very quick. I don't want any analysis on this. I don't want to think about it too much. I just want a quick answer. Kyren Williams, Tucker Kraft, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep Tucker Kraft. I think he holds. Oh, no analysis. Gonna trade Kyren, and I'm cutting Marv.
I agree. Hard to find a good tight end. You can get value out of Kyren. Marvin Harrison is a wide receiver 4.
The thing with Marvin, I know that there's no analysis. You're not going to get the return you want or that you think you should get. So you're never going to be happy with the return that you get.
Yeah.
And at this point, no one's going to buy him for what you want. So I'd rather just cut ties.
That's true. Next up, we're talking about ADP and mock drafts here. So let's talk about ADP for a wide receiver. Where do you think DK Metcalf is currently being drafted in drafts today?
I think the consensus on DK Metcalf is low. But how low are we going to go? That's the situation here. He's still the wide receiver 1 last I checked. Still has a Hall of Fame quarterback last I checked. Still had a very efficient quarterback last I checked. I'm going to say wide receiver 27.
You're very, very close, but he's a little lower. Wide receiver 27 is actually Christian Watson. But DK Metcalf is sitting at wide receiver 32, which is interesting because that is 1 below Marvin Harrison Jr., 2 below rookie wide receiver Carnell Tate. He's under Rome Odunze. He's under Mike Evans. He's under, again, Christian Watson at 27. So in this scenario, you cut Marvin Harrison Jr. Are we cutting DK Metcalf?
Oh, yeah. I don't want DK on my team, brother. There's no way I want DK someone I'm not touching. He's he's a time bomb that doesn't pay off. Like, what's the payoff? 15 points?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so the next thing here we got is the mock draft. So let's see. Oh, is Zay Flowers down there too? Let's just take a quick look before we get over
for sure
the mock.
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers is wide receiver 15 right now, so not even close. He's
a little bit. That's right where he should be. Honestly, that's right where he should be.
Yeah. So
in full disclosure to everybody watching, and Justin should have made this clear, I haven't checked ADP this season. I have not mocked a draft. I have not done a best ball. I have been not drafting. So I don't know. Well, he has a Hall of Fame quarterback now, Josh. A very good one. One of the best of all time.
I think he's talking about that quarterback is the historically trash quarterback. Thanks, Wingate. Appreciate you, man. Okay. So let's go ahead and just get right over to this mock draft here. Let's see if I can move. Yep. Okay. We've got this set up. And there's currently only 4 of us. You have, 15 seconds to get in here if you want to join us on this mock draft. The link is in the chat all the way at the top. So join that today. Otherwise, we're going to get started. It looks like it's Tim, John, me, and you in this draft at the moment. So,
and what are the rules? I was never told the rules.
Oh yeah, sorry. This is just 10 seconds per pick. This is standard PP, or not standard. This is PPR. 12-team league. We're only doing 10 rounds. No super flex, so you only have 1 quarterback to worry about. We just want to get your best starting lineup essentially right out the gate. And of course, we have several auto picks here as since we don't have the entire league filled. But we will take a quick pause for our picks, just so we can talk about what's going on here. So we're going to go ahead and start this draft right now. And Tim is on the board with the 1-1. This one, I feel like, is the top 5 picks. You can really just take whoever's best available. And kind of why I took the 4th spot, because I just kind of wanted to see who's here. And how do I pause? I don't even know how to pause, but I'm taking Jackson Smith Njigba.
Figure out how to pause, buddy.
I know, it's there. There we go. Okay, I figured out how to pause for when you're up.
Right. I was about to say.
So, so I took Jackson Smith Njigba. I like him a little bit better than Puka Nacua, just coming off that crazy year, Super Bowl champion. Just got his contract extended for 4 years, so that's another great move there. I don't know what's going on with Puka this offseason, but it's not as great as in the past. I'm sure he'll figure it out. But so far, all running backs and wide receivers off the board, no tight ends, no quarterbacks as expected in non-PPR or non-super flex. Josh, who are you thinking here at the 112 at the turn?
So I chose the turn specifically because anytime I can get the turn, I'm taking it. I love double picking. I love stacking players. I also love the long layoff where I can, if a live draft, I can walk around and just chill. So with that being said, I'm going to do something I don't usually do. I'm doubling down on a very volatile position, and I'm just going to get them out of the way early. And I'm going to follow the lead of our own boss, Bobby Melendez, Fins Talk Sports Network. And I do think that Achane is going to be running back one, or potential to be running back one, being theoretically the only weapon in Miami. And I think that I know that's an ADP, I know that's a computer, but taking someone like an Ashton Jeanty over Devon Achane right here is kind of irresponsible. So I'm taking Achane. I can't pick because it's paused, but I would take Achane right here.
There you go. So you got Achane, or you're about to take.
And then with my next pick, again, I said I'm doubling up. I was not joking about that. I'm going to take a shot. I'm taking a shot on the kid. I'm going to go Love out of Arizona. I always love taking rookies. I love taking rookie running backs. I took Jeanty in the first round last year. Did it blow up in my face? It sure did. It sure did blow up in my face. But give me those young, fresh legs, because those kids pop. And once they pop big. So give me Love with Achane, and I think that's a good running back 2 and running back 1 situation for me.
Okay. So after that, we finally do see our first tight end off the board with Trey McBride there at 205. Again, I don't hate you at all for that. Honestly, I thought you were going to go Achane and Barkley there. But taking Love is, I mean,
it's a risk. It's something that I want to see what would happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So here I've got the wide receiver with Jackson Smith Najigba. I think I do follow this up, just kind of knowing what's coming around me. There's 6 picks in between my picks here. This is somewhere where like I could see going Brock Bowers would be great. Just get that tight end. Again, if you don't have Trey McBride or Brock Bowers, do you really have a tight end? Because then it doesn't really matter. You're kind of streaming after that point. So, but I think I'm going to go with, man, this one is tough already. So I think I'm going to go with Chris Olave.
Ooh, going safe.
Yeah, it's safe pick. No, you can't go safe this early in the draft. You know what? I'm going to go with George Pickens. I know a lot of the reason why he was so good last year was specifically because CeeDee Lamb being out. But I think, again, contract year, he's playing on a franchise tag. I want to see those targets stay up there. And yeah, see, Brock Bowers went immediately after me. So I should have just went Brock Bowers. It's fine.
Yeah, because you could have probably got a wide receiver at the same caliber as Pickens right here.
I could have got Chris Olave right here. So it's fine. I'm going to actually take this a little bit early. He's got DJ Moore now. I'm going to take Josh Allen, which is the first quarterback off the board in the 3rd round. I don't like doing this. Usually in 1 quarterback leagues, I don't take a quarterback until 9, 10, 11. So, but I will go ahead and take Josh Allen right here.
You know, I don't hate that. Let me reflect on that pick real quick, because it's okay to take what people say, they laugh at you. But go ahead and go back to your history and look at last year's playoff teams, and the year before that, and the year before that. One thing is common. They have Josh Allen. Josh Allen alone gets you into the playoffs. The rest is up to you. And it's kind of a cheat. So no hate on that. So now that I have 2 running backs, I don't need to look and talk about the players that went before me: Rashee Rice, Josh Jacobs, Kyron Williams, Chris Olave, Derrick Henry, Higgins. So a lot of running backs went before me, which I like to see since I didn't need the running back position. So what am I going to be? Am I going to be a sucker for my favorite player of all time, Garrett Wilson? Am I going to take a shot at Luther Burden, hoping that he pops off and breaks out this season? I really don't like these options. I think I kind of shot myself in the foot. I really do think I did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go talent over need right now, unfortunately. And I am going to go Garrett Wilson. He's going to be my pick right here because I do need to fill in that wide receiver 1. But I like Breece Hall. And I'm a sucker for Breece Hall. And I'm drafting Breece Hall as well. Oh, okay. My bad.
Oh, no. Okay. Hold on. You messed it up.
Yeah, I messed it all up.
Oh, my God. So you went Garrett Wilson, right?
Yeah, Garrett Wilson and then Brees Hall.
You got to be ready to draft, man. When you're saying you're drafting somebody, you got to draft them.
I clicked the button and he was
Garrett
already
Wilson,
gone.
Brees Hall. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Done.
How do you like that double jet?
That's interesting.
How do we,
Smith?
How do we like the double jets, guys?
So Lamar Jackson comes off in the 4th round here, followed by Drake May. Now we're sitting here at the 409. This is where I could get a tight end. I could just make sure I get my tight end, but I think there's a little bit of a tier gap between McBride and Bowers to Loveland and Warren. I think I do want to go with, I think I've already passed on all the running backs that can be done. So I don't know. What do you think here? Like, do you think I should just go high volume guy here with
Devontae? I always want high volume guys, but I think in this situation, see, we're already in the nasty zone. If you don't get your running back now, you might get passed up on. You got Trayvon Henderson down there. You have some guys that I like, even with Javonte Williams. But if you're looking for,
I think I will go Trayvon Henderson. I don't want to miss on too many. I mean, just looking at team number 7 here, who has 4 very, very good running backs. I'm starting to get passed up here. I think I will risk it on this pick just so that I could maybe get the guy I actually want in the 5th round.
And people do that, and it's a good. I like what you did. You looked at the draft board, see what's out there, who's going to be picking players. But again, this is a mock draft, and you have 2 live players picking after and before you.
Yeah, that is the tough part. Is in between me and you are just computers. But I think this worked out because the next guy I do want is to get Tyler Warren here in the 5th round. It gets me my tight end. Again, top 4 tight end in the league. I think that's some pretty good value for him. And then Harold Fannin right before you. So,
oh man, Fannin went. It's okay. I wasn't taking him anyway, but now I am looking at wide receivers, and there's a lot of wide receivers here I do like. I'm really interested in Mike Evans. Going to San Francisco. I heard something ridiculous today on the Dan Patrick show driving to my doctor's appointment that Chris Godwin legit thought that the Mike Evans going to the 49ers was a joke. He didn't think it was real. So I hope that's a joke in itself, Chris. Come on, buddy. So I'm really looking at Mike Evans here. And to round that out, I have to take him. Unpause me because I'm taking Mike Evans and then Rome Odunze.
And then Rome Odunze. There you go. I got your picks for you.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Now, can I talk about Rome Odunze? We talked about him on the last show we did. As a wide receiver 3, instead of having him as your wide receiver 2 or 1, I feel way more comfortable.
Better. Yeah, that's a lot better to have him as a wide receiver 3. Again, he should be a wide receiver 1 at 2 at minimum. But realistically, we're looking at a 3. Hopefully, Mike Evans can stay healthy though. There's obviously been injury risk with him here lately. Mr. 1000 is hard to beat. You do have 3 people that were on the extended injury list last year, so as your 3 wide receivers, so it's quite interesting. 2 more quarterbacks coming off the board with Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts. I think we are starting to see a little bit more of a gap in the quarterback position. So sitting here, I have most of my positions filled here. I just need another running back and then some flex. I think, do I just go get Ramondre Stevenson so I at least have the starting running back for the New England Patriots?
No. Man, this is tough here. And Doom, I want to say, take Kraft a few rounds later. I wish I could, because that was the play. If I wasn't going to Dunze, I was going to go Kraft, but I didn't want to say it out loud, hoping that the computer didn't hear me.
I don't really love Jalen Warren right here. Because haven't they taken, I know, I do this to myself every year, man. It never fails. I always pass on the running back position, and I always just
it always happens.
Figure it out later. You know what? I'm actually gonna probably take our guy. Where are we at? 6'9"? How many? I don't know. I can't do any math in my head right now. 6.9. I don't know. This this is why I don't really like mock drafts, but I think I'm going to take DK Metcalf here. Actually, hold on, hear me out. I'm going to take Kyle Pitts.
I don't hate it
because he can be slotted in flex. I don't mind playing tight ends in flex, and he does get a lot of volume already in the wide receiver game. So him being there, I can now put him in the flex, and when Tyler Warren's out, I can just easily slide Kyle Pitts in there, and I have 2 top 10 tight ends on my team. That does not matter. So, yeah,
that's listen. That's a bold move, but here on Mox, that's why we do these things to see if we like our teams at the end of the day. I wouldn't have done it.
I know you wouldn't have done it. See,
this guy.
My style of team is no running backs in all the tight ends, so it works out.
Yeah, it works out just fine.
I think right here, I'm actually gonna go with the rookie. Now that AJ Brown is gone, I'm gonna go Mekhi Lemon here. You took your shot in the dark. I'm gonna also take my shot in the dark and just go Mekhi Lemon, expecting him to be the wide receiver 2 and get a lot of volume.
Yep. So we have Michael Wilson, Jaylen Warren, Dalton Kincaid, Stevenson, Harrison, Rico Dowdle. Oh, right before me almost, and Trevor Lawrence go off the board. That's upsetting to see my guy Dowdle go off the clock. That's somebody who I was seriously targeting. Yeah. I know that I'm running back heavy, but I was 100% targeting him, and I think I would have taken him over a lot of these guys that were picked ahead of him. Lemon, DK, Pitts, Manani guy, 100%. Anyway, I really like Dowdle this year. So now I'm looking straight in the face. Do I go old veteran receiver in Cortland Sutton? They just added Jalen Waddle. They have Troy Franklin. There's a lot of mouths to feed. There's a superstar down here who just got paid $1 bajillion, Alex Pierce. He's a superstar, I guess, allegedly. He's someone I can consider as my wide receiver 4. Give me those splash plays. I don't hate that at all. But I'm not the kind of person that just goes, you know what? I need to fill this position because I don't have this position. I'm always going to draft talent. I'm always going to draft opportunity over need. And ADP is wrong here. So I'm going to scroll all the way down, and I'm taking Mr. Chris Godwin. Mr. I don't believe Big Mike left my city. So we're going to pair him back up because he is now the wide receiver 1 in Tampa Bay. Clearly. There's no one that's going to out-target him, I don't think. I love Emeka Mbuka. I love Jalen McMillan, but let's not be silly. Chris Godwin is still the number 1 there. And then on top of that, let's just for fun, I wouldn't do this in a real draft, people, but I want to get my solid quarterback. I want to get my guy who's going to take me to the promised land. The guy who can do no wrong and all of his teammates love him, Justin Herbert. I want Justin. I want the stability of Mr. Justin Herbert. I think he's a very solid, efficient quarterback who you can just set and forget it.
I don't hate it. I honestly had 2 other quarterbacks lined up to put there for you, and you picked the one that I didn't think you were going to pick.
Caleb already got taken.
That's fair. So right here, I'm going to actually go with Chuba Hubbard. I need the running back. I don't mind drafting him in the 8th round. I don't think he's going to. This one's hard because he might not be the starter, but he might be. Like I think
so
he is
weird.
Like the Carolina running back situation is weird. Like he got beat out by Rico Dowdle and then took over for Rico Dowdle again. Like it's such a weird time for the Carolina Panthers, but I'm going to go with Hubbard. They did pay him a lot of money to be there. So hopefully that solves my running back situation, but hero running back is definitely the theme here for me, I should say. So coming back around the board here, we are literally in tight end zone at this rate. If you look at this, look at all these tight ends that are coming up. That's tough. But I think I'm going to hopefully maybe solve a little bit of a running back issue and go with Brian Robinson Jr. and go ahead and draft him. Just as a handcuff for, well, I mean, it's not a handcuff because I don't have Bijan Robinson, but I'll go ahead and take him anyway. Tyler Algier did stuff with the Atlanta Falcons. So hopefully Brian Robinson can also do the same thing.
So my last 2 picks here are pretty important. I do want to fill a full team, so I will be drafting a tight end and one of these 2 picks. But my situation here is, do I want to add another wide receiver to my depth since I only have 3? And let's be fair, all 3 of them are not super consistent or healthy all the time.
You have 4. Wilson,
Evans, I have 4?
And
Godwin. Oh, Wilson too. I have a jet. So like, okay, it is what it is.
Not
so
really.
Let's get my tight end out of the way. Guys, if he's healthy, do I know why George Kittle has not been picked yet?
Injured? Like serious injury?
Serious? Like he's dead? Like I see that he's injured, but is he dead?
I mean, didn't he like
George
Kittle reveals if he'll miss the opener, could complicate his injury timeline.
All right, so here's what we'll do.
The ultimate sleeper.
We'll place whole Kittle there because if he plays, he plays. If he doesn't, I'll stream. That's the way I play tight end. So if I can get a streamable, awesome tight end, then I'm gonna do it every single day of the week. He tore his Achilles in the playoffs. No thanks for me. So he's not coming back. What a coward. Go to the WWE then.
30-something years old.
Yeah, I know he's 30. I know.
32.
Rogers came back. So then you know what? Give me Jake Ferguson. He's so boring. What a boring pick right there. What a boring ass pick. But I also want to pick one last tight end before we go. Some guy that people I think are not valuing high enough. He may be the starter in Washington. He may not. But I don't think Rachaad White's a bad player. And I know that there's more players that I could pick above him right now that I probably would, but we're only doing 10 rounds. And I just want to get Rachaad White's name out there. I think he's someone that's going to rise in the ADP as he is the most talented running back in that room. And I do think that he is a good running back, not great.
I don't hate it. There's a lot of comments in the chat on who you should have drafted. Honestly, I thought you were going to go Travis Kelce here or there because he has finished in the top 5 how many times since?
I'll never draft that guy. He's a jerk.
He's been a top 5 tight end since 2016, including a tight end 3 finish last year, tight end 5 the year before that.
Tim, if I draft a tight end, you have to draft a tight end, buddy. No, I know Kelce's. I know Kelce's solid. I understand that. I just didn't. It's boring. It is what it is. Like maybe in real life, I would draft him at this point. But I like Ferguson too. He puts up numbers. He fell off at the end of the year. What are you looking at your last pick?
I think I'm gonna probably go back to the wide receiver position. I only have the 3. And this one is tough. I think I'm gonna go with. I wanted to go with Stephon Diggs, but he's not even being rostered at the moment. I think I'm going to end up going with, let's see, Romeo Doubs. Yeah, why not? Our wide receiver 2 for the New England Patriots. Might as well. It'll probably fail me just like normal, but
Dobbs and Sadiq close it out. A Jet closes out the draft. You know, I saw a comment in the chat. ADP is weird. It is weird. People are going to rise. People will fall. The ADP will work its way out. It's only June. We still have July to get through, right? Then August will be here, and the ADP should be set. Scott Fishbowl drafts are starting apparently this weekend, allegedly next weekend. So we have that on the horizon. There's going to be a lot of drafts going on. So you're going to see a lot of creators mock draft. And so I appreciate everybody watching right now. Honestly do, because this is just the beginning of mock drafts.
It is. And next week, we've already talked about doing a Scott Fishbowl mock draft. So if you are interested in that, be sure to check out the YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell for our channel so you do get that draft. We'll be back Wednesday at noon next week for that. And I will be putting it in Discord and all of the Discords about the Scott Fishbowl specific mock draft. And yes, you are correct. Slow draft start in July 6th at 10 a.m. to be more specific. But next weekend starts the live drafts in Minnesota and Cincinnati. And then every weekend from here until like the end of July after that. So it will be a ton of fun. So be sure to, drop a like on the video. It does helps us get to more people, to help more people, and just have a good time.
And want to say this real quick. Drop your Scott Fishbowl division. I just got my invite today. Yes, July 6th. I'm not going to be live drafting. I'm in the Charizard division. So if you are in the Scott Fishbowl, drop your division below. I would love to know what video game you chose or what you've been selected to go into. What's your division, Justin?
I'm in Roller Coaster Tycoon in the Cincinnati live draft.
All right, we got Guitar Hero. You guys picked real video games. I just picked a character. I picked the GOAT, by the way. Charizard. Come on, man.
I didn't even get what I actually wanted. I wanted like a Last of Us character, but I had to do a slow draft to get one of those. So live drafting in Arizona in the NFL Blitz division. Got a Guitar Hero. And also I might go to Minnesota next year. So I could be there. We'll see. We might have to make a trip up there next year.
This is the first year I'm not live drafting when it was available. I've been at every single live Orlando draft. This year, I'm opted out not to drive to Orlando. I need an ambassador to come to Tampa and have a Tampa draft. Whoever wants to volunteer.
Josh, you just got to fly up to Chicago and come with me. So
if I'm not driving an hour to Orlando, I'm not flying hours to Chicago, catching an Uber, getting to
you don't have to get an Uber. I'm pick you up. You got free travel. Not free travel. You got a free car ride. You got free hotel stay. You got all these things for free. You just gotta, get yourself to Chicago.
Right. Hey, Pokemon Go Fest this year is in Chicago. I was really looking to buy tickets to go up there
this weekend.
No, it's not. Is it this weekend already? Oh my goodness. See, it's this weekend, guys. And I didn't even go up there for that. So I'm definitely not going for Scott Fishbowl, but I'm excited to be a part of the drafts. If you are as well, again, let us know, drop a like. That's it for the show. Next week, Scott Fishbowl information. We'll be doing a mock draft for Scott Fishbowl. If you're interested, join our Discord. We will have a link in the chat if you want to join that. And of course, just join our Discord anyway. It's fun. We have fun. We talk. You can @, us too if you want. That's it. Close the show, Justin. I don't want to close it today.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.